Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. A very good morning to all the viewers. I am Hiral Dadia. CCL Products, that's one company which reported numbers for the first quarter of FY24. Joining us on the show is Challa Srishant, MD at CCL Products. Srishant, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
Srishant, always a pleasure to speak to you. Firstly, has the quarter met your internal expectations?
Yes, it has. We've given a guidance of 20% EBITDA growth for the whole year. And as of now, the first quarter also was uneventful. So we are completely on track with what we had projected. So, yes, we're quite happy with it.
Right. Overall, if you see from a margin perspective, we have seen some bit of pressure that has come in this time around at 16.23 versus a 17.38. Whereas if you see consensus estimates by analysts, the expectation was still little over 19%. What has caused the compression in terms of margins?
So I guess one of the things is the analysts, everyone expected that the green coffee prices will come down drastically, which will also mean that the percentage of EBITDA will actually increase. But what has happened in the last couple of months is that the green coffee prices have actually gone up. So that's one of the reasons why it appears as if there is a reduction in the EBITDA percentage. But in reality, the absolute EBITDA per kg remains the same.
Right, and I think this is the discussion that we've been having time and again, as well as to, how the changes in coffee prices actually impacts mainly the top line and the turnover of the company and not in absolute terms from a margin perspective. From here on, what are going to be the key figures of growth that we are aiming at?
So again, for the EBITDA per kg, we're not actually looking at too much of a change in the next 1.5 years, mainly because now our spray-dried capacity has come online. Compared to freeze-dried, this is a lower margin product. We are also making up for the difference by introducing small packs and more premium products in the market. So keeping these two things in mind, we are projecting that we will maintain the existing EBITDA per kg for the next at least 1.5 years. So that automatically means that whatever changes in raw material prices we end up seeing, our EBITDA percentage will either increase or decrease. That's on one matrix. On the other side, as far as the domestic market is concerned, we're looking at increasing our B2C sales from approximately 160 crore to about 220 crores in the current financial year. So that is one positive that we are hoping for in this year.
Right. Overall, with all of this said and done, just for the benefit of the viewers, if you could help us understand, what is the trend looking like in terms of coffee prices? I'm talking about beans, both, Robusta as well as Arabica. And how do you see, how does it actually impact, the end customers in terms of pricing?
So actually, we are kind of in an interesting space right now. Typically, Robusta coffees have always been more economical and available at a lower price than Arabicas. Today, we are seeing the opposite trend. Robustas are under severe pressure, and there's a shortage of Robusta supplies from Vietnam, which has also caused this. From Brazil, we've actually seen an improvement in crop for this year, so we're expecting the prices to soften as we go forward. To be frank, this was the expectation a couple of months ago as well. But what was not expected was funds coming in and taking a position in coffee. So that's one of the reasons why that the correction that was expected earlier didn't take place till now. But we're hoping that going forward, it should correct as well, in the future.
Right. Apart from that, you've also got an approval to set up a unit in Visakhapatnam and Tirupati. If you could help us understand the modalities of it, what are we going to manufacture? What is the company going to manufacture? What is the investment, and how are you looking to fund it?
So not in Visakhapatnam. We come under the Visakhapatnam Special Economic Zone. but it is in the Tirupati unit that we are going in for this expansion. And this is coming online by March 2023. It's scheduled to come online by then. It's a 400 crore investment for a 16,000 ton spray drying plant. We've already announced this in the past. We are on track for the project. So by March 2023, we should be online.
Right. And from a brand expansion perspective, are you looking at any inorganic growth so far?
The inorganic growth actually is coming in from the acquisition that we have done recently in the UK. So now the transition is taking place. We're looking at another 1 to 2 months of handholding before we start taking over from the existing suppliers. And as far as our India market is concerned, we are looking at more of an organic growth. We're looking at entering new states as well and placing our products over there.
Right. When you talk about the UK expansion as well, I think I think 6 brands is what the company has acquired from Food Brands Group. So overall, with that acquisition, what is the strategy going to be in terms of expansion?
So in UK, especially, this is a brand that used to do almost 100 to 120 crores in the past. Over the last couple of years only, because the existing brand owner, he bought it from this company called Food Brands Group. They were actually interested in entering the UK market, which is why they did this acquisition. And their primary focus now has been on their own brand, which is why this has taken a bit of a backseat. And that's one of the reasons why we feel that we can get this brand back to its previous positioning and maybe more than that in a shorter span of time.
Right. And between domestic and international business, are you seeing a change in terms of the revenue mix?
Not much, actually. It's more or less the same as it was before. So there are not much changes there.
Right. All right, Srishant. Thank you so much for speaking to us at BQ Prime. I think lots in store as well for all the coffee lovers, and it's the right season in terms of for coffee as well. Thank you. Stay safe and speak to you soon again.
Thank you.